We assume that designers by a certain label will do the same thing agnostic of the company they join. That's not true. If I say a graphic designer at one company versus the next do absolutely different things. Same way user experience work. In some companies, user experience designers are doing just GTP jobs, where they're generating screens because the product manager comes and sketches and say, convert this into visuals by tomorrow. In some companies, they are doing more research work and they're coming up with insights. Some other companies, they are the ones who are working with management and determining the direction of what the product is supposed to be. In some companies, they are more visual design focused. So there's a lot of variety in this field also in what the landscape is. Which means when people actually go and look for an organization to join, the first thing they need to understand is, what am I really going to do there? Forget the title, park the title for some time. What is the actual work? What do you want me to do? When they describe that, that is what has to be seen, whether that is to liking or not. What do I want to see myself doing for the next 5 years? If not, then don't. Don't assume that UI UX is going to be same exactly in every single company. It's very, very different. Currently, largely recruiters are looking for UI skills. Let's be honest. People's value for research is very less. They may ask people that, have you conducted research? Have you designed? But on the reality on the ground, there's very little research which is being happened. Fundamentally, they will go after UI skills. Then after that, they will say, as part of user experience, can you do mind mapping? Can you do some of the research? But at the point of recruitment, most companies understand that they'll have to train the candidates, which means that everything the candidate is not going to bring to the table. Now, for that training, people look at potential. Potential means, do they have the ability of comprehending complex domains and subjects and understanding requirements and translating those requirements to compelling outputs? If you can't understand the domain, what will you make? If you can't understand the requirements being given to you by your manager, what will you make? Because the ability of making the design only comes towards the end. The challenge in the design field is the moment designer is given, okay, let's start with this, they start immediately making some design. Design is actually only 50% of the job. The 50% before that is all of these different things. And they have to demonstrate that ability. Can they understand the domain? Can they understand requirements? Then they're effective people who can participate. The other thing also people nowadays look at potential fitment, which means, and this is a perception with the younger generation, that they will not stick around. So if they're easily riled up or they're not centered in the way they think, for example, right? Then recruiters think that, okay, 3 months down the line, they will start having challenges. They will not face the adversity of an entirely new subject, entirely new company very well. These are the basic things that recruiters look at. Nothing more in depth and fancy beyond this. Everything else will come as part of the learning.